BPD and health. No. That was the first fucking big split I have had in time, and never again. I say, oh, never again. It'll probably happen again, but I get like thinking about it is making my head hurt. It was so bad, and I feel so bad because obviously you, especially like. I always feel shit about it afterwards anyway, but the fact that like people knew about it, it makes me like, oh, I feel so ashamed. Like,
I was just gonna say my
oh, go on.
last crash out, I nearly took the door frame off my wall.
Yay!
Literally, like slamming the door, like pulling it. It was not good. Shame on
And what was that
me.
over? Shame, the non-believer.
I can't remember my ex-girlfriend pushing me to the edge, not leaving me alone.
So a fair while ago then.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. Last time I got to the point where I was going to crash out, I stopped myself and I got rid of the guy. Stopped dating him.
Valid.
As soon as I was like, no, you're going to make me crash out, like, I'm not allowing it to happen.
No, there's no point. Well, and here there's me. So, but I think genuinely now we're splitting. Like it used to give me headaches and stuff back in the day, and obviously it'd be like, ugh, and I'd like afterwards disassociate. I would not be here like for some time, but like now I feel like it's literally affecting like my physical health now. I'm like, my back really hurts afterwards. Obviously, I ended up coming down with this fucking flu literally like the following day. I mean, that could be coincidence, fair enough, but stress does shit to your body. Stress is a fucking silent killer. Yeah, maybe. I mean, obviously, I get real bad headaches with it. Real, obviously, because it must be blood pressure, right? Spiking and that, because it's fight or flight, innit? But some of it is my own fault. Like that, really, was my own fault. There's no other way. I don't know what I was playing at. I don't know what kind of like gratification I thought I was. Well, I know what it is. It's because I wanted to cause pain because this obviously said other person had caused pain.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if that's a BPD thing or if it's just a personality disorder thing in general. But I was calm until I was not, and then I saw my opportunity, and I was like, I'm gonna get back at this person, I suppose. Not proud of it. That's
Yeah.
not something I've done in a very long time. Hold my hands up. You know, I should have just said what I needed to say at first, let the dust settle and blocked. That's what I should have done. You know, he was saying it. Is he? You know, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm over here, it's fine, it's fine. I've got this, it's fine. Till it wasn't fine.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, when I was talking to said person, I was like, I'm going to take a step back for a minute because I could feel
Mm.
and I could have been a lot nastier. In fairness, like, I weren't like, I wasn't being like verbally abusive or anything. Obviously, the stuff I did say was pretty disrespectful, but I wouldn't say it was like in terms of like abusive. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
and then obviously they were saying stuff that they must have known that was riling up, and I thought, do you know what? And then it didn't help that we had kick-ass coffee beans, and I'd had basically a kick-ass coffee that day, which I've completely come off those coffee beans now. I'm on like a low one now with caffeine, but I was like sweating profusely. I thought, right, I'm there like washing my face, trying to get myself like cool and stuff, you know. So I'm trying to do the steps. I'm reassuring myself, hey, look, nothing's happening right now. You're safe. Till what pushed me over the edge. So it's like no secret. I'll talk about it. I've got like no shame with it. Is that like because me and like my partner have gone through therapy together with it, and we've talked about it and why he says and why I do the way I do. I suspect he has BPD. I suspect. I don't think. I think he'd be quiet. I think he'd be quiet BPD or whatever, like internalized BPD. That's my opinion. But like when things get quite tense with him, especially if it's on text message and he knows he can leave a situation with like by not replying, he will often go like, I'm done here, I'm leaving this relationship. Now
Avoidant.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, and that for me, that is enough to tip me over. I was like here before, we'll say this is the middle, I was like here before, but when he said that, I was there. That was enough for me
Yeah.
to be like, I'm gonna and to be actually, even though I did like get upset and stuff, because I used to, when he'd say stuff like that before, I would spam him. I'd be like, please don't leave me, please don't leave me. But actually, didn't fucking beg. I just was like, I think this is a little bit of an extreme reaction, even though talking kettle calling the pot. But I was like, I do think this is a bit of an extreme reaction to this. I was like, because it's his way of getting out of a situation when he becomes too uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I think he probably used a similar way to cope with that as a child. Like I said, we've covered this. It's not as if, I don't want people getting the wrong impression that he doesn't do anything about it. Like, we're not perfect. No one's perfect. We've actively worked through it in therapy. We both talked it out. He apologised. I apologised because, to give a bit more context, I went at him, as you've seen, Mason, I went at him like guns blazing, and I shouldn't have done what I did. I shouldn't have said that, because I was basically like, if you don't fucking explain yourself, me and my daughter's leaving this relationship, and I shouldn't have done that. That was fucked on my part, do you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm fucking perfect, but that is one of the worst splits I've had in a long time.
When you get to that point, it's just like, well, I'm just gonna tear everything down.
I feel when he said no, for me, when he's, because I've got that bad like abandonment issues, it's fix, fix, fix. As soon as he says like we're done, I'm like, no, please don't leave me. Like, I'd be like, especially before, not so much this time, I'd be like spam texting, please do not leave me. Like, I'd be begging the way in the past I have begged. Bad luck, guys, don't. But I did, in a sense, I did handle it a little better. I was like, hey, look, again, I think it's a bit of an overreaction. Let's take a bit of time to think. I do still pull the whole card, but I'm a good girlfriend though, really. Like, overall, which I do think I will stand on that though. Apart from like my BPD and stuff, I do think generally I'm a really good partner.
Yeah.
When I'm not in that state, I'm decent at communicating. You know, you can lean on me when he needs to. I'm loyal, if you want to, I'm not in quote it, but do you know what I mean? Because you get what I mean. I don't cheat. Yeah, man, and I'm funny. And I'm a big batty gal.
Big batsy gyal.
I'm a big batty gal.
I had to stay away from relationships for a while, so I didn't split.
Yeah.
I think I've got to a point where I've I've worked on myself enough where I feel I can get into another relationship, and if someone wants to test me, I'm not going to split on them. Um,
Mm.
it did mean I had to stay single for a while. I think it's been a year and a half now. Crazy. Craziness. So I don't actually know. Like, we'll see if someone like, because I only
It's
really split
scary,
on
isn't
my
it?
like partners. Like, I don't split on
Yeah.
my friends or my family.
No,
It's the
I'm
people
I'm
that I
I'm
think.
pretty same with you. I think really.
It's
Yeah.
the people that I think meant to love me.
Yes. Yes. No,
You're
I
saying
get
you
that.
don't love me right now with the words you're using.
You're taking sides, and I was saying that the other
Yeah.
day. It feels like you're taking sides here.
Yeah.
Fucking cunt. But no, I get that, because I don't really split on friends. Like, did I get mad at this other person? Like, yeah, I was like pissed, but I didn't like split on them. Do you know what I mean? I took it out on someone else that I shouldn't have took it out on. So.
That's why people say like, BPD people are not good at being relationship in, but it depends on like if they're actively like in therapy or like trying to better
Yeah,
themselves. People with
self
BPD that
awareness and stuff.
yeah, people that are young that have BPD shouldn't be in relationships, in my opinion. You can do what you like, in my opinion.
Mm.
If you're
It's a roller
under
coaster, I'll tell you
under
that much.
24, 25, don't even be bothering. Go to therapy instead.
Real though, honestly. Yeah, like I've said before, for me, I think DBT would have really helped when I was younger, when I wasn't self-aware. Give me it in my early 20s, that'd have really helped. But I've done obviously a lot of work myself now, so it's like, I mean, it's handy. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate that I was given the therapy, but a lot of it I've done myself. I'll be so real. So
Yeah, you have to at the end of the day because like there's such little services out there in the last decade. It's starting to
Mm,
be better now in the UK,
mm.
um, but like in the past, it's been so bad.
Just needs to be more research, but you see, I'd have to find a source to it to be fair. But I was reading somewhere that apparently the NHS want to get rid of like BPD as a term and just put it under as like trauma disorder.
So,
Um,
well, it's not even BPD anymore. Um, it's EUPD, isn't it?
well, I thought that was the old. I don't honestly, it's all fucking
So the
same
old
in
one is
it. I don't.
BPD. The new one is emotional unstable personality disorder, um, which makes complete sense, but I don't like it. I'm sticking with
No,
BPD.
yeah.
But then they just put like personality disorder traits because they don't want to. They're just like, oh, it's a personality disorder. Let's just leave it at that.
See, mine does say EUPD. To be fair, yours just says personality disorder,
Mine
doesn't
doesn't
it?
even say that. Mine says mood disorder for some reason, and I don't have a mood disorder. They just didn't write it down correctly. Like they told me, you got BPD, like you got personality disorder. I went through all the stuff, and then I look at my stuff and it says mood disorder with no diagnosis on anything. Like what?
To be fair, you should be happy about that because obviously they use it against you. Whether you've got BPD on your fucking
Well, I don't know if that's just
documents.
because um my like notes and stuff on my app, my NHS app, if they're up to date or not. I don't know if they're missing things, but like looking back in it, I can't see any diagnosis for personality disorder, even though they gave me one.
Stupid in it. It's
It doesn't really matter though because I'm getting to the point where I feel like I'm in recession
and then
ish or recession. I'm in a recession right now.
I wish we were. Fucking hell, can get prices of houses down, please, guys.
But yeah, I think I'm in remission for BPD.
I love that.
When things happen, I no longer freak out. I have a panic attack or anything.
I
Yeah,
love that for you because it's like so debilitating. It is.
yeah. It's a lot of work when you're in a relationship that you want to keep. For me, I was just like, I can just get rid of it.
Yeah, but you're very. You can be very detached though. You can't. You can. Whereas I'm like, I'm supposed to be the opposite to you. I'm like,
Yeah, I disconnect. I'm like, okay, I don't love you anymore. Like you're not
mm,
who I want, and then like it feels like a stranger's living with me because I always let them move in immediately. It's not good.
oh, that's always a bad move. Oh, that's a classic. That
Yeah, I'm just
even
like, oh, you're
I
moving
was good
out.
at that.
You might as well just move in with
Yeah.
me, and then you don't need to look for someone. And then like, yeah,
And then it goes like 100 miles per hour, right? You know how it is, and then the arguments start, and
I was getting questions like, um, well, not even questions, like, accusations, really, like questioning whether or not mine and Lee's like friendship was like any more than a friendship. And I was just like, I've been friends with Lee for like a decade now. Coming up
if it
to
was gonna happen,
coming up,
it
yeah.
would have happened, mate.
Exactly. I've just fucking met you. It's like 2-3 months in, and you're saying you're concerned about my best friend. Like, so I thought my ex definitely was going through some trauma. Um,
Yeah,
didn't trust anyone. Bless him.
yeah.
But
Don't trust me.
I don't have to deal with it. So like that's for
Watch him,
therapy, not for
watch him.
me.
Like, watch the. Imagine if they watch this.
They might.
Hello.
Nah, he's alright. He's cute. I liked having a boyfriend. It was really sweet, and he dressed really nice. It's just we would clash. I think it was very passionate. Like it was probably one of the most passionate relationships I've had. Um, yeah, BPD is difficult when you're in a relationship, so that's why I stayed out of one for a while.
I just hope it works out for you because, like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's been like spouts where I've been single and I've been like, I feel fantastic. I didn't know it was obviously BPD that I had, but like I was like, oh, you know, I don't get into arguments with people. I don't get triggered over stuff. I don't get anxiety. I feel grand, and then I get in relationships, and at first it'd be like usually really good, and then little things would creep in, and I'd be like, ugh. I'd start tweaking. I'm like this, and I'm like, is he calm, till I wasn't calm.
We've got pattern
No.
recognition though, don't we? Like we'll like see something and we're like, nah, that's gonna be bad, and then, like, you start panicking.
Do you know what? One of the things I've had said to me several times, especially by like ex-partners, I mean, even he said it, I think in past, is Izzy, not everyone's out to get you. Not everyone's out to hurt you. And I'm like,
But it's true.
but it's true. Ah!
They don't like me. I have a thought in my head that everyone, like obviously not my close friends, but everyone outside of my like inner circle, they don't like me, and they think I'm a dickhead,
I
or
just
they
don't
think I'm
trust them, honestly.
arrogant or something. Like I always label myself with all these bad things. Like these people think these things of me, but it's probably just my BPD.
Probably
They
is.
don't. They probably don't even think about me.
I think with me, it's just trust. I just don't. Even people close to me, I can struggle. I'll be honest. I'll be like, what if Mason thinks this of me? Like, what if Mason or like, I mean, like the fucking split I had the other day that obviously people heard of that I was going through, and I was like, obviously you can probably kind of see that I was trying to like backtrack on myself and cover my ass, and I was like, oh yeah, and I'm like, Izzy, what are you doing? What are you doing? People know you've got BPD. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to explain yourself. Like, obviously, if I was hurting someone, then you take accountability, apologize. But when it's just people that are in like the side, just like seeing it happen, it's like, is it? You're right. Because I'll be checked on me, and they messaged me, and we messaged a little bit, and they were lovely as well. They were like, hey, you don't need to explain yourself to me. Like, I get it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
but
it's really difficult. Um, that's why I told you to block her before you split, but you did. You split anyway.
well, I said my piece. I said the last thing, and then I did block, and I went and blocked their partner as well. I thought I'm not having anyone spying on me. Fucking weirdos. And if you're still watching my shit, fuck off. You don't get to make me split anymore. You can piss off. Focus on yourself and your own mental health. Get a BPD diagnosis.
Much love, guys.
No. No, I wish nothing but the worst for you in life. I'm kidding. Ish. No, actually, do you know what? I'll say this, right? And this is all I'm gonna fucking say on this matter now. Completely, right? This person, it kind of shows the kind of person that they are. They speak for themselves because they still speak to their brother that is in prison for being at those racist riots the other year. That's enough for me to tell you the kind of person that they are.
That's enough for me, guys.
That's all, folks.
Racism.
So there we go. So with that.
Yeah, that's all you gotta say. Get him out.
Because I wouldn't speak to my siblings if they did shit like that. I mean, I don't anyway, say less. They piss me off and I don't speak to them.
If my brother said to me, "I'm voting reform," I'll be like, "Are you okay? You're gay."